For anyone tuning in, this is so had to start a new hardcore character because I lost my last one. I got one-shotted by a boss, and I came across this dungeon, and I think, in my opinion, it's one of my favorite ways to grind XP because it's very quick, very easy, gives you a good chunk of XP, and this is one of the safer dungeons because I'm currently on World Tier 2. I would say most of the time, before you have to fight the little bosses, you get a shrine, and the shrines can make everything so much easier. Especially when you get like a channeling shrine,
not ready
it's
yet.
like, it's not even you just spam buttons and everything dies. Sometimes you're unlucky and get a greed shrine, dungeon layout is basically a square. So what you do is kill nothing too crazy. And then this will be a square. So you want to start with a room, walk in it, and pay attention. If it's a room with the first room you walk into has a boss in it, and you're going to want to turn around and go the other direction. And the reason for is because you want to get one of these shrines activated before you fight the boss. Like this right here makes the boss so much easier. And this is why I say it's one of the safest ways.
I must wait.
And then just run along the square by kill. Just go ahead and kill enemies and stuff. And then once you get done with this little square right here, instead of finishing the mission, just leave the dungeon. You go to leave game. You leave the dungeon, leave the game, and then go back in the character, and that resets the dungeon, and you just do this back. Just do it over and over again. The reason I love this dungeon is because you get a shrine right before the bosses, and it's basically easy kill. And every time you kill those 3 bosses, it is quite a decent chunk of XP. And I just wanted to share an easy, safe way to grind XP on a hardcore character, because I got to 30 something and died on mine. I will not be doing that again. Missed a step. Look, I think we did perfectly fine. I'll run through it one more time, and then I'm gonna end this.
I must wait.
But just to show you that it's basically the same thing. Open these chests. If you find a regular chest stuck in my hamster, sometimes it's it just depends. And once you get into the first room like this, every now and then don't forget to chug potions if you need to. And then once you get to the first room, as you see, it's going to be a square just like before. So you're going to want to choose one way to go. It doesn't matter. You also get a lot of armor and stuff just doing so many bosses. So I give you tons of scraps. Like, see here, if you look in the room on the top end, if you run into the bosses without finding a shrine, you're going to want to backtrack and go the other direction. Reason being is because most of the time there's a shrine. Sometimes there's not. Fight the bosses, no big deal. So in this case there was a shrine, but the barbarian makes these bosses very good. So you activate both your warriors. Really easy. You don't want to make sure about your health. Sometimes this dungeon will also have events. One of the events will be there's one where if you open a cursed chest, you have to defend a couple waves as well. If you find any events in the dungeon, definitely do it. It's well worth it. But once you do that little square right there, you're done. Leave dungeon. And then if you want to do the dungeon again, you just exit game, go back in game, and then it'll reset. If you get to the point where you are full on inventory, so like let's go through here, junk, whip, junk. You can teleport back to whatever town you need to go to. For me, it's Kyobashad. And go to the blacksmith. Scrap all junk. You're done. Where's the Modern Warfare 2 guide? Oh, what you need a guide on? I'll make one. But you just want to make sure after you scrap, you're going to want to take this portal, because it'll lead you right back in front of the dungeon. That way you don't have to run to and from type deal. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. You just do this dungeon. As you can see, even at level 14, I'm getting every couple dungeon runs I get a level, which is pretty nice considering that this is it's a safe method. There are a lot of other ways, map layouts, weapons. Look, I'm not very good at Modern Warfare 2, I'll be honest with you, Chief. Cold War is free for PlayStation of the Month, so we were looking at getting into that because it has the open world zombies, which is pretty nice. But other than that, usually when we do Modern Warfare 2, we do DMZ with Meat Perch and HT. But I'll be doing some dungeon grinding today because as I said, I had a level 33, 32 hardcore character and then died. And a hardcore character, when it dies, you permanently lose it. So now I'm just trying to grind to get my hardcore character back up, because we just need to get it to level 50. So here's the first room. Sometimes it's really empty, the dungeon is, and sometimes it is packed. Chests, events, you name it. It's very hit or miss. Oh, I didn't leave game, so it didn't refresh it. Yeah, you get the idea. I'm going to end the stream here and probably just continue the grind. So I guess I could just keep streaming. I'm grinding anyway. And then if at some point anybody wants to know what the barbarian build I'm using is, just ask in the comments and I can send a link for the website. It's like a bleed whirlwind build. Really nice. I had a necromancer on my hardcore run, but I was basically using my minions. I was buffing my minions up real hard. The boss teleported to me in one shot. Ever since I found out I can just farm this over and over again and not have to really worry about dying, I'm chilling. It gets a little monotonous, but considering that the dungeon changes every now and then, it's not bad. Every now and then you get a death, sometimes you don't, sometimes you get a chest. The bosses are almost always the same, it's those three big guys. So sometimes they're in that first room you go to. Just continue around. Ideally you want to fight the bosses last. You get the chainline shrine, I think, where you turn into a lightning ball. You can obliterate the bosses in seconds without even having to try. Sometimes you'll get a free shrine, all it does is make it you're invulnerable, so as soon as you get the shrine, you're going to want to rush back to the bosses.
I must wait.
It lasts a good while.
Out of fury. I must wait.
The biggest thing is always you need to chuck potions there. You get so many potions in this dungeon that it's a big deal. But if you get carried away doing your whirlwind or whatever ability you use and you're not looking at your health, you can get caught lacking and you will die. The whirlwind is amazing, but you aren't invincible.
I don't have enough fury.
See, there's regular sized chests. Most of the time, if you open them, it'll spawn a bunch of enemies. And that's just even more XP. So it's a win-win. But each run of the dungeon gives you anywhere from like 3 to 4 bars at my current level. Once I hit level 20, 25, I might look into something a little bit more rewarding.
I must wait.
For your very first, for up to like 25, this is a really nice dungeon because it's safe. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you for checking in, and if I find another dungeon later on or another way of farming XP later on, I'll probably make another video on it, just so people know. The Whispering Tree is an amazing way to get XP, but a lot of these missions are pretty difficult, and I don't want to risk dying right now on the hardcore character. So I'm going to wait till I get level 25 or so, and then I'll start going out and about doing all these. Plus I'll play with a buddy. It makes it makes it so much easier if you play co-op with somebody. Thanks for watching. I will see y'all next time.